This is a podcast of an interview originally broadcast on Radio EMFM 104.7 at Chuka Community Radio. Radio EMFM broadcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can find our program guide on our website, www.radioemfm.org.au, along with details of other podcasts, information about the station and presenters, and a membership form should you wish to support us by becoming a member. You can also find Radio EMFM 104.7 on Facebook. We hope that you will enjoy this podcast.
Here at Radio EMFM, in the lead up to the Winter Blues Festival at the end of July, we have been talking to some of the artists who are making the trip down or up to Echuca to perform at the festival. And on the line, I have Bek Jensen. Good afternoon, Bek, and welcome to Radio EMFM.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's so great to be here.
It is a pleasure. You're going to be a very busy lady during the festival. When we spoke to the other artists, I couldn't tell people their gigs, but you're on Friday night at the Echuca Hotel at 11 p.m. You're out on the water on the MV Mary Ann at 12 noon on Saturday. Saturday night you're at Radcliffe's at 9:15 p.m. and then Sunday you're at Henry's Bridge Hotel.
That's right. I'm also closing being a little guest at the closing party as well.
Oh, at the wrap party.
Yeah.
That should be a real blast, I would think, looking at the people who are going to be there.
I'm moving in.
Good on you. And feel free to stay an extra couple of days if you need to afterwards.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Now, is this your first trip to the Winter Blues in Echuca?
It is, yes. I'm very excited to be coming down to see the land and breathe the air and feel the cold and get amongst it. Sounds like it's going to be a riot of amazing music and wonderful people.
Yeah, well, there's certainly, I don't know if you've probably run your eye down the lineup, but it is the 25th anniversary this year and they've pulled out all the stops. It's a great lineup of artists.
Really is, yeah.
Have you done many of these festivals, Bek?
I have been doing festivals for a while now, not for a great deal of time. I've really kind of hit the festival scene in 2022, starting up in my local area of Central Coast, Sydney. And then I've been moving around, went down to South Australia and have been doing festivals in the Blue Mountains. So I've only really been doing it for 3 years, I'd say.
Okay, and how important are these festivals for artists?
Oh, let me tell you how important these festivals are, really. I don't know where I'd be without them, to be honest. I've been a musician for a very long time, writing my own music and growing as an artist. Yeah, my children, grew up and fled from the nest, and the time had come for me to really sink my teeth into moving out, getting my music out further in the country so that, I can share the love of my music. And it's really very challenging to do venues in any city, really, I've found so far. Melbourne, Sydney, South Australia. I haven't gone up to Queensland yet. It's like a whole other beast, I think, going up to Queensland. Doing venues, it's very challenging to just put a lot of time and a lot of money into getting people to even know who you are. And festivals are so important for me as an artist because it allows me to be present for a whole group of music fans that I might not ever get the chance to meet. So I'm very honoured to be a part of this festival, which is, the 25th year and has a strong following, and the guys have put me on the bill and really given me a beautiful chance for me to express myself and for people to hear what I love to do.
Well, that's great. Now, reading your bio, I saw you started performing with your mother. Was that when you were primary school, teenage, after school? What sort of age was that?
I'm pretty lucky. I've cut my teeth with my parents. My dad's a guitarist as well, and mum's a singer. And I really started doing my first show when I was about 15, 16. And it was just the best thing for me. You know, I wasn't the nicest of teenagers, let me tell you. But it was fantastic to have the opportunity to be playing with the best musicians in the country, you know, members of Wawani and Australia's iconic musicians that Mum played with. And I got to be in her band and cut my teeth with them. And then from there went on to work with just fantastic, talented Australian musicians.
Yeah, I saw on your bio you work with Cold Chisel and Jimmy Barnes, so they're a good start, aren't they?
Yeah. I did my first tour with Jimmy for the Stop Deep tour in 1998, I think.
Okay.
End of 97. It was just so much fun. Such an amazing opportunity working with him. And I grew up with him, so it felt like I was working with family, you know. The Barnes family is very, very dear to me, and I love them so much. It's been fantastic to work with them on and off throughout my career. I love them.
I saw on your website you also were in Europe a little earlier this year, is that right?
Yes, I was very fortunate to head over to Europe supporting Karen Lee Andrews on her first European tour. I did a few shows there and got up and sang BVs for her on a couple of gigs. Fantastic. It was an amazing experience.
And that's your first time performing overseas?
Second, I've been to Japan. I did a
Right.
contract in Japan when I was a bit younger, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I did a Japanese contract over there. So it was the first time I'd been to Europe, yeah. And the audiences were so incredible. They have this amazing appreciation for music. And I was just opening up the shows on my own with the guitar, and they were just fully engaged and listened to every song and clapped and bought the records, and it was just lovely.
And
Can't wait to go back.
And I'm sure people in Echuca will do that too when you're down here.
Yeah.
Now,
I love that.
tell us a bit about your music, Beck. Mainly
Yeah.
blues, but with lots of other sort of genres mingled in. Is that right?
Well, it's actually mainly funk and soul.
Okay.
With a little bit of blues in there. I think that I was raised on Black American soul contemporary music.
Yep.
You know, Stevie Wonder, Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, Nina Simone, and that really is the foundations of my love for music, and obviously the rock and roll scene that we have here in Australia, which I think is deeply rooted in blues and rock. And so those elements are a big part of who I am and the sound that comes through in my writing.
Great. So we'll look forward to hearing a bit of soul when you're down here. Now, you've got a couple of albums. Are you going to have them with you?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've got vinyl, that my last album that was produced with Declan Kelly, the most amazing drummer in the land. And he and I made a record together and printed it to vinyl. I have CDs and CDs of Magic and Art, which was an EP I made just before the COVID hit.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And songs that I cherish and love so much. And I have some new songs that I'll be airing as well, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
And I've also been, get this, knitting.
Knitting.
For merch. So, you know, coming down to Echuca, I'm like, what can I bring down? And I was like, I knit. So I've been making some beautiful scarves and beanies, so with my little name tag on it. So
Oh, great. Well, you're certainly coming to the right place to move them.
Yeah. Well, there won't be many, so you have to get in quick.
Okay. And tell us about your new single that I saw, Hot Summer Sun.
Hot Summer Sun, yeah. It's a song that I actually co-wrote with my father, and I've been doing quite a bit of writing. And, you know, my parents are getting on now, and my dad lives up in the Northern Rivers area, and we don't get to see each other very often. And during the COVID lockdown period, he had a little bout of cancer, and I wasn't able to see him, and he makes music every single day. And so we started creating music together online. We would FaceTime and for hours and write music, and sometimes not really see anything of it, just you know, jamming and learning stuff and being father-daughter relationship was building that way. And he comes down to see us down this way maybe 3 or 4 times a year, And he came down at the end of last year, and I was doing a writing sort of exercise of just getting a theme online with a writing course that I found through APRA.
Yep.
It's called iHeartSongwriting.com, if anyone's interested. And it's really cool. They give you a theme each week and a challenge, just to keep yourself writing and moving. And I think, it helps you beat writer's block and just helps keep you moving in the right direction if that's what you like and enjoy and it's your passion. Yeah, Dad was down and we had the theme of the sun, and that's where we landed. And okay. I was really excited about it and really wanted to share it with the world. So I produced it with a fantastic musician, Evan Manel, who's currently in Europe with Tim Minchin. Right. And his wife is a really well-known bass player, Zoe Hauptman. Anyway, we workshopped it and, made the track and got it mixed by Richie B and in Sydney, and there it is. Online for all to hear.
And so is that available as merch, or is that a download job?
It's just a download job. It's an online release, that one. I have some new songs that I've been working on, and I'll be playing some new ones in the sets. And, just working towards a new record and some new singles. And, I love writing. I love making music. It's my greatest joy in life, apart from being a mum.
Yep.
I hope everyone likes it.
Lovely. And all your own material, or do you do a few covers as well, Bek?
I'll be doing a few covers too. I have some songs in there of my influences, some Ruth Brown and Aretha, some Betty Davis, and I love a little bit of funk and disco. So it'll be a righteous time.
Sounds good. Now, if people can't wait for you to come down to hear your music, can you give us your website? That's the best place to download them from, is it? I saw you've got a couple of options there, I think, if I'm right.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some options there. My website is Bek Jensen, www.bekjensen.com. Nice and easy.
Okay, and if you can't spell Bek Jensen, if you have a look at your Winter Blues app, which I'm sure everybody listening has downloaded already, you'll be able to find Bek Jensen there under B, surprisingly, in the list of artists.
Yeah, top of the list, I believe. It's alphabetical, so lucky me, it gets to be at the top.
You certainly, I think you'll be on the home screen when we open up the artist tag, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Anything we haven't covered?
I don't think so. It's been a great conversation. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you down in a couple of weeks here in Echuca for the Echuca Moama Winter Blues Festival.
Can't wait to party with you all.
And it's your first party in Echuca. We hope it's a great one for you, Bek.
Thank you so much.
Great chatting with you, Bek.
You too. Thank you.
Bye now.
The podcast you have just heard was of an interview originally broadcast on Radio EMFM 104.7 Echuca Moama Community Radio. We hope you enjoyed listening to it. Remember that you can listen to Radio EMFM anywhere in the world, either via our website www.radioemfm.org.au or via the Community Plus Radio app, which is free to download to your Apple or Android device from your Game or Play Store.